Hi guys, good morning. I'm sorry about that. The wife obviously had stuff to do. She was going to make me wait until it was all done. So got me Elvis quiff going on today. I'm sure my quiff's getting bigger. So morning to all of you. I don't like to keep you guys hanging on like that. Not sure how many we're going to get joining us because we know the notifications at the moment are not working properly. So how is everyone? Good morning. So I've been trying to obviously we are reading the books, which we're not going to do on this episode of the live stream, but we are reading the books, all different books at the moment. But I am trying to go, what I've been thinking is I'm trying to get things a bit more light-hearted. So I've been posting some songs, some Christmas stuff. You know, we're approaching Christmas, and I've done a little Christmas video showing Gladys and Vernon, which I was going to play you guys. Some of you may have already watched it. I wanted to post a song, which I'm going to play now. The first song I ever heard from Elvis Presley was I Just Can't Help Believing. There was two songs. It was I Just Can't Help Believing and That's All Right Mama. I Just Can't Help Believing was the first one. I found it at the back of a dusty old cupboard in my dad's cafe. So I grew up in a small backstreet cafe. So around 1972, I found this record. Could have been 71, 72. I had this old... Come on. On it. On. You coming in? Right, sorry about that, post. We always know when the postman's here because the dogs let me know. So a lot of you know the story, but I'm going to try and cut a long story short. I found this old record at the back of my dad's cupboard. My dad also had an old Philips radio that was this shape, so upright, and you could put a record inside it like this from the top. A Philips radio, and it went in like that, and then you press the play button. So remember those old large style blue batteries, big square blue batteries that you could get. So I put the record in. I'd never heard of Elvis Presley at this point. I was very, very young, you know, around 4. Put the record in. Nicola, you're right, they do, they protect the territory. Put the record in. It was I Just Can't Help Believing. That was my introduction to Elvis. I just kept playing it over and over and over again. There was a couple of records in the back there. There was other records like Bing Crosby, I think. There was a few other records, but the one I liked was the Elvis one. So there was That's All Right, and Mama was in there as well. This made me go to W.H. Smith's. Did you have a W.H. Smith's? A lot of you are in America, Canada, Australia, England, but we had a W.H. Smith's. I was determined to get a magazine with Elvis in it, and then eventually they were showing every Saturday. They were doing the reruns of the Elvis movies. So I was completely in awe and overwhelmed and affected by Elvis Presley, very, very young, very young. And, you know, we had a difficult time as well back then. So for me, it was a fantastic way to take my mind away from the problems that we had in the household back then. I won't go into it. That's not what this video is about. And the song I Just Can't Help Believing, which I think really changed my life, because that was when I was first affected in my heart. And this is what made me become in my mind, become a real Elvis fan. I was obsessed with Elvis from then on. I've never not been since then. So today, this morning, I want to play I Just Can't Help Believing. I'm going to start trying to play a bit more music. I just want to get things a bit more light-hearted. I want to play a bit more music. I want to just generally some fun videos, try and see the fun side, the happy side of Elvis, so that we don't go too far down the negative road of talking about Elvis. Yeah, I want to just lift things up a bit. Now, we are going to talk about the negative stuff, unfortunately, because I think we have to, because this is how we defend. But because we're also an Elvis channel, I also want to do the uplifting things as well. I think you got my point, guys. So we're gonna play this. Then I'm gonna play my Christmas. So there's I think it's 1956 black and white footage, which coincidentally is behind me. I want to play that with me talking through it. I posted this morning, and then I have from the website Elvis Australia. I want to discuss Christmas time in the Elvis Presley household. Okay, this is my plan. So I have planned what we're going to do. Let me find this. Let me just get the song down for you. So you guys, hopefully you like that song. I did sort of, let's have a look. Might have to get the right phone. Do you know what? I don't have to. I'll just get it up. Let's have a look. I can hear the dog wants me to let him out again. Yeah, look, the dog's gonna bite. Let me just let the dog out. Right, go on then, but it's cold. Go on then. You go. Now it is one of my. It still is one of, if not my most favorite songs. Yeah, so I wanted to play the rehearsal one. I might play two different versions. Okay, guys, let's enjoy this together. Yeah, I'm gonna warm up my coffees because they've both gone cold whilst I've been waiting for you guys. Whilst I'm listening to this, I'm gonna warm up the coffees and read your comment.
I just can't help believing when she smiles up soft and gentle with a trace of misty morning and a promise of tomorrow in her eyes. I just can't help believing when she's lying close beside me and my heart beats with the rhythm of her sigh. This time the girl is gonna stay.
Right, we're gonna play it again. We'll play the longer version, but we'll get him in concert. Yeah, guys.
I just can't help believing when she smiles up soft and gentle with a trace of misty morning and a promise of tomorrow.
Yay! Oh God! Do you know what? I could listen. Let me pause that. I could listen to that. Probably over and over all day for the whole day. Just love it. Obviously you've got some nice sort of footage behind me. I'm trying to put some Christmassy stuff on behind me. I just want to say, guys, we are still going to read the books. We are, whether they've got lies in them or not, we are going to read them. But we are also going to try and do some light-hearted stuff. So I'm going to play something I did this morning. Let's have a look. Me just chatting to you guys about how special for me this time of year is. It relates to Gladys and Vernon living at Graceland's, the house, the home that Elvis bought for his mother. And I just thought it's that time of year. We're just about to put our decorations up. The Christmas tree goes up, the lights, and the atmosphere in my home, because obviously I've got 5 children with my wife, just changes. There's a warmth to the atmosphere in this home that you don't really feel in the same way, I don't think, especially living in England where you have cold weather, so the heating's on in our home and we're all wrapped up warm. I just think there's an atmosphere that reminds me of our childhood. Yeah, it probably reminds you of your childhood, you know, sitting with your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, your aunties, gran and grandma, cousins visiting, Christmas dinner, just everyone eating together, and just that nice feeling you get in the air when everyone's getting on well, and at a special time Christmas is. Yeah, so I quickly put this together. I'm going to start doing more of these type of videos where there's old footage, vintage footage, with some music hopefully, and probably a lot of it you've already seen before, but I want our channel to start not just defending Elvis, not just reading books. I do want us to do just the normal stuff that the fans want. Yeah, the fans want to hear Elvis sing. They want to see Elvis in a good mood, having fun, laughter. I want a bit more of that. Yeah, guys. So I'm gonna try and do that, but we do have to read the books. We do, good and bad. Okay. Hi guys, it's Louis from Defending Elvis Presley. Good morning to you guys. So I've decided that I'm gonna start uploading some vintage videos and some songs just to take us into the Christmas mood. For my family, Christmas is always a very, very, very special time, because I have 5 children that live with me, that I have with my wife, and just the whole atmosphere of the home completely transforms with my lovely children. And I see Gladys and Vernon here. I wonder how long they've been living at Graceland, the home that their son, Elvis Presley, had bought specially for his mother, Gladys. He was so proud of that home. It was really important to Elvis to look after his loved ones, especially his mother and father. We watched this footage of Gladys, who was only 46 years old when she passed, so she didn't get to enjoy this beautiful, amazing, fascinating home, Graceland, in Memphis. But in this old black and white footage, she's eating the snow. Gladys and Vernon just look so happy. I would say in awe of the fact that they now live in this home, this mansion, Gracelands. And when we bear in mind their humble beginnings in Tupelo and the life that they led with their gorgeous son, Elvis Presley, and then we compare Tupelo to Gracelands, there is no comparison. Who would have thought this young boy, their only son, just a normal, kind, loving, caring human being, with this immense talent, completely transforms his parents' lives forever. I hope you enjoy this old footage, guys. I'm going to start uploading some more pictures, music, videos, vintage footage from all the decades. Let's start enjoying the good side of Elvis, the happy side, the side that we all can't forget, and why we're all here. The music, the beautiful man, Elvis's infectious way that he had with everyone that he came into contact with. And the more and more I do defending Elvis Presley, the more interviews that I listen to and books that we read, and then we rewatch all those amazing movies through the 50s and 60s, the amazing concerts. Most of us here listen to Elvis every day. He's part of our life. We wake up, we listen to Elvis all day, every day. How many of you are like that? He's just part of our life, part of our world, almost a family member. That's how I feel about Elvis Presley, like a brother, an uncle. We treat Elvis like family. We protect Elvis like family. We defend Elvis like family and his bloodline. We care about all of the bloodline of Elvis Presley. And at the moment, especially Lisa Marie Presley, because of the book, From Here to the Great Unknown, that has brought us to tears, knowing what we now know after reading the book. We want to defend even more. So I wanted to show this lovely black and white footage with you guys and have a quick chat. Team Elvis, we're a family. We're a family. We come together every day, 2-3 times a day, not only to defend Elvis, but we also come together to be together. We've built up a friendship that I think could last for years. Every day we look forward to meeting up, going through our different topics, reading the different books, discussing every different aspect of Elvis Presley. Why do we do it? Because the love is there. We have a deep love, a deep connection to Elvis and his bloodline. This connection that we first found the first time we listened or watched Elvis just changed us forever. The impact that Elvis had on our lives, even if it was 40, 50, 60 years ago, we were changed forever. Life just got better. I find defending Elvis an honor, a privilege. I feel very fortunate that together we can defend him every day, defend his memory, protect his image, his reputation, enhance his legacy. And with pride and honor, we come together as a family. And I will defend Elvis Presley with your help, with Team Elvis's help, to my last breath with pride. So let's enjoy this Christmas, guys. We're going to start putting up our Christmas decorations, the Christmas lights, and just the whole atmosphere of the home completely changes through the next
5 weeks. Of course, we're going to eat too much, drink too much, but the children will be the ones that are in their own little world. We've been listening to Christmas songs lately, and Elvis did sing some fantastic Christmas songs, and I have posted one on our video channel if you want to go and enjoy that. I'll try and find some more for you guys. Happy Christmas, everyone, and a happy New Year.
Okay, guys. So just to sort of, for me, you know, for defending Elvis Presley, our channel, Team Elvis, I just wanted to do that. That is, to me, it's introducing on our channel Christmas, and obviously the coming New Year. It's the 25th of November. I know a bit soon, but I just feel that I want us to take, all of us, Team Elvis, we're on that road of Christmas now. We know that for Elvis, Christmas was very, very, very special. Very special. So I found a write-up on Elvis Australia. So I posted it to my little channel. We're going to read it, guys. I haven't read it. I thought I won't read it. I thought I'll save reading it for one word together. Okay? I don't really know what it's going to say. So thank you, guys, for joining us. Hi, Karen. Of course, I'm going to do some more reading later. I do have to finish the second half of Linda Thompson's book, but keeping the mood happy, we are gonna do chapter 3 of Karen's book, Anita Wood's daughter's book, Elvis and Anita, which, guys, we're absolutely loving this book, aren't we? Anyone out there, I highly recommend this book. This book is amazing. It is beautifully written, and takes you back to the 1950s. You really feel that, you know, that book has something about it where you really feel that you know Anita and understand the connection that she had with Elvis. The more I read that book, the more special I realized that Anita was. I've really been, how can I say it? I've really been won over by Anita Wood. I've always liked Anita Wood, but I tell you what, you read that book, and we're only on chapter 3 now. She's amazing. That woman was amazing. I'm sure you guys agree with me. Let's quickly just check your comments. So I hope you've got yourselves a nice coffee. We're just going to sit here and just chill out together, and I'm going to try and read this for you guys. So it says here, Elvis Christmas Time, the Christmas special in 1967. Oh yeah, there's two things I found. Now, did many of you know that there was the 68 comeback that we all know about? But didn't many of you know that there was also a 1967 Christmas special in honor of holiday season on the radio? Did any of you know that? I didn't know this. I'll read it. In honor of the holiday season today, I'm going to talk about Elvis Presley 1967 Christmas special. Wait. Don't fire off the correction messages. So I didn't know this. It's the first time I've known this. Yeah. That, yes, in 1967, there was a Christmas special, not the one that we all know. While Elvis in 1968 Christmas special is legendary, nearly lost to time is Elvis's Christmas special from previous year. His 1967 Christmas special no doubt inspired the original concept of Elvis of the 68 comeback special. So on Sunday, December the 3rd, 1967, a special called Season's Greetings from Elvis aired on over 2,000 stations across the United States. Why it is mostly forgotten. Did any of you know this? Did any of you know about this? I'd like to find that. Wouldn't it be nice if we could find that? And it was called Season's Greetings from Elvis. Was a radio special. Did any of you know about this, guys? The special contained no new numbers by Elvis, but instead featured previously released Christmas and religious music. The songs in the half-hour show included Here Comes Santa Claus, Blue Christmas, Oh Little Town of Bethlehem, Silent Night, I'll Be Home for Christmas, I Believe, If Every Day Was Like Christmas, How Great Thou Art, His Hand in Mine, I'll Be Home for Christmas. I didn't know this. The special finale, I'll Be Home for Christmas, contained a new voiceover by Elvis. Thank you for listening. I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year. Oddly, this 1967 audio was later placed on top of Silent Night on the 1982's Memories of Christmas and re-released on 1994 If Every Day Was Like Christmas. However, the beginning music, I'll Be Home for Christmas, was not Silent Night and can still be heard in the background of those releases as Elvis speaks the lines. Exactly 1 year later, on December the 3rd, 1968, the more famous Elvis Christmas special aired. Colonel Tom Parker's original concept for the 1968 special sounded a little more than a TV version of Season Greetings from Elvis. The eventual show turned out much different, of course, and changed everything. And it's true. Once Elvis did the 68 comeback special, he was back. Elvis was back, yeah? The fellow Elvis fans across the world, I'd like to wish you and your families a wonderful Christmas. And I think that was written by Tigrius. I don't know what that is. On December the 25th, 2010. Wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and much more. And then there's just a few pictures. Let's have a look. So you've got, it's not very clear, guys. Obviously, Lisa Marie there opening presents. There's Season Greetings from Elvis and the Colonel. Now, I wonder, there's a proper write-up here for Christmas. I wonder if it's going to let me. I might have to search it out, guys. But I know there's a very good write-up for Christmas here. Let's just say we're going to have to Google it. I found it yesterday and it's disappeared, but we're going to find it, guys. Let's see if it comes up. I know it's on my other. I think this is it. Let's have a look. Allow Christmas articles. Here we go. Okay, I think that's it. Let's just double check. Yes, let's start reading it. Okay, so I hope you've got a bit of time, guys. Get yourselves a cup of tea. Hi, Isa. Hi, Gio. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for joining us. We're not doing a book reading this morning. I just thought we'd go through the Christmas stuff and just have a nice little chilled chat together. Okay, right. You guys carry on chatting while I read, yeah? Okay, right. I get nervous when I read, but I'm going to give it a go, guys. The arrival of winter at Graceland was always a special time of the year for Elvis. It meant the holiday season was fast approaching and the anticipation of all the fun things the season would bring, including decorating for Christmas opening, Christmas presents with friends and family, the annual New Year's Eve party, Elvis's birthday, building a snowman in the front yard of Graceland, and more. So there's a card here. It says, to wish you all a cool Yule and frantic first, and a billion thanks to everyone from Elvis and the Colonel. Okay. Although Elvis loved to receive gifts, his favorite Christmas activity was giving. His friends normally got cash bonuses. The presents for the family members ranged from jewelry to a new car. Elvis loved their reactions to his extravagant and most of the get. And I need to try and make this bigger. It's a bit small. Let's get it bigger. Right, that's better. Can read it now. After most of the guests went to bed or went home, Elvis and a few of the guys would bring out Lisa Marie's presents and put them under the tree. The early morning hours of Christmas Day were often the best times at Graceland. Elvis would talk about his mother and about Christmas and of his childhood. He would often say something like, I wonder what all the poor folks are doing now. I wish I could feed all the poor kids and give them presents. He would reflect on how grateful he was for his success. Then he would wait with eagerness of a child for Lisa to awaken and find her presents under the tree. I completely see that, guys. So, you know, do you know what Elvis would have been? I know Elvis would have been a perfect Father Christmas, wouldn't he? He definitely had it in him where he just wanted to give everyone a present, literally everyone. So in this Elvis Australia clip, it does have the video I just played of Gladys and Vernon throwing snowballs outside Graceland, I think in 1957. They've got that on here. I mean, I highly recommend this website. When it comes to Christmas, Elvis never grew up. The holiday season made him The holiday season made him unabashedly sentimental. Purchasing Graceland gave him the opportunity to celebrate Christmas in style. The driveway and the main house were lined with blue lights, and in front were a 6-8-foot Christmas trees decorated with multicolor lights. Inside the mansion was completely decked out for the season, with the focus on a huge Christmas tree in the dining room. After the dining, everyone would gather around the piano to sing Christmas carols. Wow, can't think of anything better to do than that. It really is the best season of the year. The Christmas carol trees and lights just grab you. There's something about Christmas and being home that I can't explain. Maybe it's being with the family and with friends, time to read and to study, and of course, there are the snowball flights, the sleigh rides, and yes, just home. Elvis's heartfelt words about the holiday were revealed in the Memphis Press Scimitar in 1966. Then there's another video here showing them at home at Christmas. Now let me just show you a minute. I'll try and see if I can play that a bit later. Let's just keep going. Actually, I'll make a small clip of that and I'll put it onto our channel. So during his career, Elvis recorded several Christmas albums. His most sought-after album is the November 19th, 1957 release, Elvis Christmas album. At the time, of the album's initial release, Elvis was still generating controversy with his live performances, and many in the press and industry felt that it was in bad taste for a rock and roller to cut a Christmas album. Several disc jockeys refused to play any cuts from the album. A station called KEX in Portland, Oregon, the DJ Al Priddy was fired for playing an Elvis rendition of White Christmas. Some radio stations banned the album outright, while WCFL of Chicago got carried away and banned all records by Elvis. That's just crazy. And then, again, there's another video here. It's just funny seeing Vernon dressed up as Santa. I think Vernon made a good Santa. Elvis never forgot where he came from and what it was like to be poor. He was always looking in the papers wherever he was, and when he would see that there was someone in trouble with no way out, 9 times out of 10, so look, 9 times out of 10, he would send something to help them. He always like that. So I think some of the words are missing, but he was always like that. It was his upbringing. During his career, he did 2 complete albums of Christmas material. Because of production schedules and lead times, most Christmas albums had to be recorded months in advance, often in the waning days of the summer. To help get everyone in the mood, producers, shows paid to have a Christmas tree set up in the studio with loads of gifts around it, real gifts. It is easy to give money when you are rich, but Elvis gave money to charity when he was also poor. He rarely said no to a plea from the heart. I believe that, guys. I totally believe that. Red West went back. If every day was like Christmas, Red West went back a long way with Elvis Presley. He had pulled bullies off him in high school, partied with him at Graceland, consoled him during his army stint in Germany, worked as his bodyguard, and helped choose to go in his films. But on this day, June the 10th, 1966, Elvis was making a request that even Red was having trouble with. It was studio time again, and Elvis was planning on recording a song Red had written. I think we know this, don't we? Red West wrote a few songs. The title of the song, If Every Day Was Like Christmas, I just sensed that he didn't want to do a recording session, record Red, and it was right that Elvis called Red from his hotel and said, "You go down and cut the tracks. You sing with the orchestra. I'll dub it in later." Red drove over to RCA Nashville studio, where the usual gang of Ace studio musicians was waiting. Scotty Moore on the guitar, as well as DJ Fontana on the drums, Peter Drake on steel, and no fewer than 3 sets of vocalists. I was high and I was nervous, remembers Red West, but these guys made me feel at ease. Singing his best imitation of Elvis, Red pulled it off, and the background tracks were laid down, and it was only later that Elvis came to the studio alone and recorded his part for it, If Every Day Was Like Christmas. The result was one of the best singles, one of his more moving performances. Oh, I'd like to hear that. Okay. There is a little video here, so it could be that video. It was also representative of one of the most successful genres, the Christmas song. Like gospel music, it was a body of material that spoke directly to Elvis's roots and one he enjoyed celebrating. He was taught, when do you do something the Lord requires of you? Do not boast of it, but do it humbly and with gratitude. Right. And most of his life, Elvis Presley tried to live up to the strict rule of Southern faith. But when fame intruded upon his private life, even his attempts to give charity quietly and sincerely was suddenly drenched with the cold glare of the public spotlight. At first, he shrank from this exposure, but he soon realized that it could become a double blessing in disguise, and that was so much more to do than he could. And if the world knew what he needed to be done, and through his fame, the knowledge could be brought home to one and all, then there would be indeed a purpose to it all. Elvis began his public life in charity. This is a nice picture of Elvis. The sun's a bit glary, but that's a beautiful picture of Elvis, isn't it? So that was 1957 at Christmas. When the time came for the introduction of the Salk vaccine as a weapon against one of mankind's most dreadful diseases, polio, Elvis rushed to do what he could to tell parents about the safeguard of their children. He was in the army at the time, serving overseas in Germany, but he took time out from a leave that he had been patiently waiting for to pose with a child who had been crippled with polio and to speak to reporters and the newsreel photographers about the vaccine. I think we all know this story, don't we, guys? I think I read somewhere that he saved hundreds of thousands of lives because he got involved in this vaccine. He also volunteered to be amongst the first public figures to take the shots and so dispel fears of many about them. More recently, after a flood struck in the southern part of the country and wiped out farms and homesteads and shattered the lives of so many people, Elvis arranged for a special concert to be given, and every penny raised that was not spent on necessary expenses was given back to the people whose dreams had become a nightmare. In one dark night, Elvis took nothing for himself. He did tell friends, "I feel rich tonight. I feel really rich." Hey, he says, money meant to be spread around. The more happiness it helps create, the more it's worth. Well, that's good, isn't it? So he's very generous. He's spreading the money around, and he feels that creates more wealth. I like that. It's worthless as an old cut up piece of paper if it just lies in a bank and grows there without ever being used to help people. Brilliant, guys. I'm sitting back because of the sun is like blaring at me. Okay, so I think that might be it. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's see if it's got any more Christmas stuff, shall we? I mean, it's just so obvious that Elvis at Christmas. I personally think Elvis really appreciated Christmas. I think he loved it. There's quite a few Elvis Christmas books. Let's just read this. Let's see what this one says. So this is elvispresleymusic.com. Let's just read a bit of it. We're sort of running out of time. I've got a bit longer. Now this is a great picture of Elvis. Yeah, he definitely did love Christmas, didn't he? Right, let's just read it and see what it said. Elvis pictured at Graceland after picking up his draft notice. The Christmas tree is in the background and it looks to be dark outside. The poodle belonged to Gladys. All right, so it's Gladys's poodle. It's really cute. And was named Duke after John Wayne. Did you know that, guys? Gladys's poodle was named Duke after John Wayne, the Duke. I'm a big John Wayne fan. Later that evening, Friday the 20th December 1957, Elvis drove and rented a truck for the 200-mile trip from Memphis to Nashville with Cliff Cleves and Lamar Fike, Billy Smith, following in the Lincoln to deliver the Colonel's Christmas present, a red Isetta sports car, which he did on the 21st of December. So he gave Colonel Tom Parker a red Lincoln. Is that what it is? Let's have a look. A red Isetta sports car. A red Isetta sports car. That's nice, isn't it? It's quite interesting. Let's see if we can find any more little clips like that. I found that quite interesting. But let's look at this one here. In October 1967, Elvis Presley manager Colonel Tom Parker approached the West Coast vice president of the National Broadcasting Company, Tom Sarnoff. Parker proposed Sarnoff a deal regarding a Christmas special. So this is how the introduction of the 68 comeback comes. The National Broadcasting Company, Tom Sarnoff, Parker proposed to Sarnoff a deal regarding a Christmas television special. The US dollar amount package was $1,250,000. Then it says $850,000 soundtrack, $25,000 for the TV special, $250,000 and $125,000 were reserved for the costs related to a rerun. The special was included in the frame of the feature Singers, sponsored by Singer Corporation. So then it says, "Hi Deborah, you woke up then?" Elvis's initial reaction to the special was negative. He felt it was another scheme for Parker and was angered by the concept of singing Christmas carols. On national television, his opinion started to change after he began talks with the special producer, Bob Finkel, and was then able to persuade singer NBC Parker to alter the original concept of the show. Finkel received Parker's approval upon agreeing to his existence. I can't even say that word. The show was to be centered only in Elvis, while enough material for the soundtrack album and the Christmas single was to be recorded. Elvis' enthusiasm for the project grew and grew. He assured Finkel that he was ready to produce a new material different to anything that he had previously made, while he remarked his lack of interest in Parker's opinion. To reflect the new direction, Elvis's career was intended to take Finkel through Finkel's thought of director Steve Binder. So we all know about Steve Binder. Steve Binder had directed the concert film TAMI, the show, and worked for NBC in Hullabaloo, as well as for Petula Clark television special aired by the network. Finkel felt that the addition of Binder would refreshen Elvis's image, and that the director would be able to reintroduce him to a new audience. Initially reluctant to direct the special, Binder was convinced by his associate Bones and Howe. Howe met Elvis during the 1950s while he worked on the radio recorders as an audio engineer. He insisted to work with Elvis. Since he thought Binder had similar production methods, a meeting was arranged with Parker, and in which Elvis's manager assured that the team would be given full creative control, while he stressed that the publishing rights to the material had to go under Elvis's name. Howe and Binder met with Elvis later that week and told the singer that they would prepare all of the details of the special and have them ready by the time that he returned from his vacation in Hawaii. Elvis was hardly ever, but was then the drummer. DJ Fontana tells the Rolling Stones they're reflecting on the 1968 special. that relaunched Elvis's career. We played a couple of songs and it got loose after a while, and it turned out fine. He had just been out of the public eye for such a long time, and we know about this. So right, this is really interesting. Right. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to come back and do this because I gotta go. But I think I might come back and start reading this because it's really good. I just want to share it to my. I want to share it to my special page that I use. And we are. Let me just take a picture of where we are. We're up to the bit that says 1968 special. So, guys, unfortunately, I do have to go. I've got a few things I need to do this morning. So, thanks for joining me. We are going to carry on reading some books. We've got a few little live streams I want to do later. The sun's in my face again. So, thanks everyone for joining me. It's been great. It's been brilliant. I'm going to have to shoot off. You take care, everyone. I send you all love. And have a great day, and I'll see you in a few hours. I'll probably be back in 2 hours. Thanks, guys. Take care, guys.